That freestyle. Well, we gonna start with the freestyle.
Yeah, we can freestyle. Yeah. Michael Owens got Ricks on me. Michael Owens got Ricks on me. Put the shoes, put the kicks on me. Niggas hoes can't listen to me. Tryna go ahead and get to the bag. Gotta go ahead and turn to the left. And most of you niggas be snakes. No little bitch can't be stressed.
Can I be stressed? Playing some chess. Hey,
Damn.
shawty see that.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Hey, I do it the best. My nut on her chest and nut on her lips. Hey,
This is what you're promoting to the kids.
that's exactly what I'm promoting to the kids. This is what they need to hear. This is what needs to be pumping into their eardrum.
Well, I think the government already beat you to that.
That's facts. Shout out to Columbia Records and every other record label, man.
From the top, make it drop. That's some wet and cushy. Now get a bucket and a mop. That's some wet and cushy.
Alright, y'all. So this is the Cloud9ine podcast, and today it's just us two. Mick was supposed to be joining us today, but had to run a few errands.
They gotta get some beer.
You know what? He probably went to go get some beer. I don't remember the last time this nigga actually did run an actual errand.
They would be getting groceries. It's okay, McMahon. We forgive you, man. All love, man. But who is it though?
Who is who?
The orange dude with the egg picture. Introduce yourself.
Well, if you don't know already, it's your boy Dolo D-Lo, right? Or you can call me D-Lo, D'Angelo, D Smokes. And who am I here with today?
Yeah, he's here with. You can call me MBS Rambo. You can call me Rambo. You can call me sexiest nigga alive. You could call me God.
A lot
You
of
can
people
call
will
me-
say that is very, what's the word I'm looking for?
True. I agree with you.
Statistical.
Ego what? It's the ego. Is it the ego?
Egotistic? Yeah, there you go.
What?
You heard me, fucker.
Either ego's tactical. But it's your boy E or Rambo. Yeah. Welcome to Cloud9ine.
Yeah, and to touch on the ego testicle thing that was testicles. Wait, what? To touch on the egotistical thing that I was talking about. I'm a very confident man, right? So I go everywhere knowing and 100% believing that I'm a good-looking man. And I let that shit be known. And I have been called egotistical so many times for that.
Well, for walking around thinking you're the sexiest nigga alive.
Yes.
I mean, I think by definition, that it is egotistical. By definition, I mean, having any thought of yourself would be egotistical. Whether you think you're the sexiest nigga alive, ugliest nigga alive, fattest nigga alive, by definition, it is egotistical, I believe.
All right. Now, she was using that as an insult, right? Who was calling me in the middle of the pod? I'm sorry. So what she was telling me was she was basically insulting me, right? So would you use egotistical as an insult? Can you is that insulting someone?
Depending on the context you're using it in, it definitely can be an insult.
All right.
Like fully, like I guess the way she was saying it was like you're full of yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess I am. That's how you gotta walk around nowadays. You gotta walk around like you're the most sexiest motherfucker alive. Why are you calling yourself ugly?
God.
You feel me?
Hey, girls do it too, bro. It'd be like a cool 4. Like I'm a 10.
Yep.
Bitch, be fat as shit. Titties like,
Hey, but they love playing that illusion. You feel me? The basically the illusion of a false reality. You feel me? Yeah, I mean, like, which is cool because they're making themselves feel better. You know what I'm saying? Calling themselves a 10 or whatever. And I truly do believe the more you speak out to existence, the more the actuality of it can really come true.
That's facts. I agree.
But effort does play a big part, and you're not gonna get skinny eating glizzies and sucking dick all day. You know what I mean? And staying a
But
four, doing four shit. You know what I'm saying? Only fours go out and goddamn do pointless clubbing shit. You feel me? And four is not even just like body wise; it can be mentally wise too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're just a four overall.
speaking of a number scale, you know, I used to just said, you could be like a 4 mentality wise, right?
Yeah.
All right, going from 1 to 10, you're gonna say you're a 1, then I'm gonna say my 1, and then you're gonna go to 2, then I'm gonna go to 2, and yeah. So we want to start with body, mentality, spiritually, or you just want to hit like all three of them at like 1, and then speak about your 1 as a body, your 1 as a mental, 1 as a spirit, and then
So we can definitely go spirit first. All right.
say that.
Now, with girls, and I guess you can say the spirit. I guess anyone in the U.S., right? And I know anyone can really agree with me for real. Anyone in the U.S. has a high percentage, probably 93 out of 100, that their soul is corrupt. You feel me? Not even soul, but spirit. That their spirit is corrupt. You feel me?
Elaborate what you mean by corrupt or corrupt spirit.
What I mean by corrupt spirit, I mean what you're surrounding with, because what you are what you eat, and you are what you listen to, and you are who you hang around with, right? And your consciousness is like a sponge. It soaks up everything around it. And that's 100% facts. You know, and you can't argue around that. So with that being said, like I said before in the last podcast, it is truly all about conducting good vibration. And when I hear spirit, I visualize a um a manifested piece of energy that has been given free will to do anything that they want to do. But when that spirit is engaging into corrupt actions, degenerate acts, soulless acts, acts out of, just not pure genuine um vibration being conducted, and that can definitely be a turnoff to a woman. You know what I mean? Because negative bitches, if you're a girl, or excuse my language, but if you're a girl out there, you're a female, and you're fucking negative 24/7, no one is gonna like you, and you're forever gonna stay a four. You know what? And with that being said, too, right? You negative as fuck all the time. You're conducting that negative vibration, right? And remember when I was saying that you are what you eat, and your consciousness is basically like a sponge and it soaks up everything around you. So you got to be aware of what you take in, right? If you're constantly conducting ugly, bad, negative vibration, you are going to be ugly and yeah, you're going to look like some ugly, mean bitch. And that's just how it's going to be.
Damn,
You feel me?
I feel it. You said something about degenerate acts. What makes something degenerate?
What can you do to get the label thrown on you as a degenerate? Honestly, to get that label thrown on you, only thing you really have to do is not listen. You feel me? Don't follow the rules. Um and really be someone who's unconsiderate of the people around them in their reality. You know what I mean? You definitely got to be considerate to others. But with that being said, you can that's being a degenerate. What do you like in a girl?
I'm not a picky nigga, but when it comes to mentality, I'm very picky on the type of woman I entertain because I don't like if she's not intelligent, like if she's a bird brain, I can't be around that for too long. I like to have some type deep, interesting conversations.
So, what would you consider a bird brain?
Bird brain. Let me marinate. Damn, I always be saying that shit. But yeah, let me marinate on that shit
5 hours later.
because I wouldn't consider just like a lack of knowledge in certain things bird brain. But if I ask a shorty, who are you? And like she can't even like her means of interpreting that question and not being able to come to like a conclusion whatsoever.
So like who are you? And she starts like doing the simple shit like, oh, my name is Wooty Woot Woot. I'm from Wooty Woot Woot. and I do
Oh
woo de
God.
woo woo.
Nobody cares! Nobody!
I mean, like, man.
Like woman. Oh God, though. But that's one thing.
No.
Negativity. I think nobody likes to be around negativity. So honest. I guess spirit and mind are kind of like intertwined with each other. But someone who's kind of honest. Not kind of honest, but honest. Not a bird brain. No negativity shit. Honest. And yeah, that's about it for real. For real. There's probably more shit, but that's like the main things I'd be looking for.
So definitely a well-leveled girl with a good head on her shoulders for sure. That can definitely
But
support not even herself financially, but just able to support herself mentally. She's always gonna be there for you. You know what I'm saying? Talk to you no matter what, and definitely just understand you, and take your time, right? But not a lot of girls are like that. And honestly, I feel like being mentally healthy is really the true meaning of being rich. You know what I mean? Because a lot of men will say, "I need my girl to at least be able to do this for herself and do this and whoop de whoop whoop whoop." And honestly, and I talked to this about a couple people, and honestly, I'm fine with my girl being broke or rich. You feel me? Like, I really don't give a fuck for real at the end of the day, because with the rich mindset, you can get anywhere you want.
that's fact.
And that's 100% true, because with the rich mindset, there is no giving up. There is no failure with a rich mindset. You feel me? And that's where you got to find a girl with a rich mindset, because a girl with a rich mindset can get rich. Feel me? She can get money. You know what I'm saying? And it's really hard finding a girl and she's just completely lacking the inner self side, lacking the just like her self-awareness, you know, or lacking self-love, or just missing piecing puzzles of their life for sure. And this is an interesting topic just off the fact that a lot of people in America are missing puzzles. You feel me? I feel like definitely a lot of people in America, just America, only because our social media.
I love,
What I mean by missing puzzles, I mean like missing a piece of themselves, right? Or missing the information that they need to be able to move on with their life. And I feel like a lot of people are like that nowadays because of social media. And they don't really know who they are, right? And I know a lot of people talk about this, right? But I feel like it needs to be said again. The thoughts that these people have inside their head aren't their own thoughts. And I'm not no mind reader, but if you spend more than over 4 to 5 hours watching other things that is not coming from your head, or if you do anything that involves other people's thoughts and you're strictly just a listener, then yeah, your thoughts are not your thoughts. And the same goes for this podcast too. You're listening to us. You're listening to our thoughts, right? So that should already like wake you up right there and be like, yeah, you're right. 10, 15 hours of my day do go to listening to other people. We're not telling you to click off the podcast, but we're definitely telling you to invest more time into yourself, because that's key, investing time into yourself. And if you would have watched the last podcast, you would have known that, because my nigga Mick was speaking that shit. Y'all go ahead and check that out.
in fact, speak the last podcast. Good shit. A lot of good shit in there.
I don't got a soundboard now, but I'm going to add a little pew 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 shits in there.
What is that supposed to be?
And the fucking horn, the pew 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 pew.
Nah. Type of horn.
All right, fucker.
Niggas at a horn. Pew 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 pew.
Doy 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 doy.
Oh shit.
Fiend sense.
No, that was facts. What you said about a lot of people's thoughts aren't theirs. That's
Yeah, and I know that.
Facts.
Yeah, and I know that because that was me at one point. You feel me? Especially as a younger individual. Even like the people around me in person, like their thoughts were becoming my thoughts. Like their voice was becoming my thoughts type shit. That's what happens when you spend too much time around niggas or spend too much time hearing and watching other people. Now, I definitely do recommend having a morning routine where you at least take 5 hours out your day to yourself. If you're not waking up at 6 in the morning, what are you doing?
But I mean, I'm not sure about that. But I
Nah,
feel it though. I
nah.
feel it,
Wake
bro.
up
The
at
earlier you start
6.
your day, the
Exactly.
earlier you start your day, the better. You feel me? I feel it.
Best way you can possibly do it, bro. Oh yeah, and girls definitely need I mean, we're already touching on the subject of fat bitches, but
Yo,
exercise is definitely a big part.
is exercise a big part in what?
And well, first off, looks wise, but the most importantly, let's not forget spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Working out goes a long way spiritually. And shit, just to touch on that just a little bit, working out is really pushing yourself to the next limit, overcoming obstacles that you never thought you could overcome before, and you can use that life lesson for real life lessons in the real world, right? So boom, already makes your mental stronger, right? Working out makes your mental way stronger than what it was before, right? You're a champion, you're a warrior, right? And with that being said, right, you start getting more perspectives on things too when you just tire out the body, right? Because a lot of energy goes through your body, right? Your brain is doing a lot of stuff for your body. You're sending so many commands to your brain, right, to move your body around, to engage in that and engage in this, right? Your mind is constantly on wheels. You feel me? When you work out, tire yourself out, drain yourself out, right? You in your bed, sore as fuck, right? And you just close your eyes and it's just you. That's when you feel it. That's when you feel that just you connection. You know what I'm saying? And plus, bro, having a stronger body, you can conduct more energy. You can really conduct real magic. And when I mean by, we can touch on some magic too. And what I mean by magic, I mean like controlling your reality type magic.
Elaborate.
So I'm pretty sure everyone heard about manifestation, right? To keep it short and simple, right? Um, if anyone doesn't know who manifestation is, I'll tell you that, right? In case you have the wrong idea of what it is, right? It's not about sitting around and just hoping something's gonna happen or wishing, or I'm doing some pussy shit like praying or whatever. But the real way to really manifest, right, is understanding the law of attraction and being able to not to desire. You feel me? Like just don't desire at all, and it will naturally come to you, right? As I said, key word, naturally come to you. As in, there will be an opportunity where you will have to take it to make your manifestation come true, right? For example, I can manifest about me becoming an NBA player, right? All I do is play ball all day, right? Um, Sooner or later, right, with my manifestation and my hard work, a scout would come to me, right? Or a coach of some sort or a trainer of some sort will walk up to me and will try to improve me and my basketball skills or take me somewhere with my basketball skills, right? All I gotta do is take the opportunity to be able to grow the guts to talk to whoever, whoop 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 whoop, and make that my reality. You feel me? Niggas just don't wake up NBA players. They gotta go through processes, meet new people, and go through labels and shit, go through contract deals and shit, and they have to make moves, make plays, right? But I know you hear people all the time talking about I prayed for this shit, I prayed for this shit. Whoop 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 whoop. Just don't stress about it. Know what you want. Be 100% confident that you're gonna get it. And yeah, and I promise you, my friend, it will come to you in all different forms, mysterious forms too. It may not come to you how you may think you want it, but it will definitely come to you someday, sometime, probably in a shape that you would never expect it. And when I'm talking about your opportunities. If anyone lost track of me talking, I'm talking about opportunities. So your opportunities may come in all different type of forms. Your success may be different from what you thought your success would be, but
That's facts.
sooner or later you would definitely figure out.
What is experience?
Well, I think it's fairly simple from what you can see from your two eyes and what you can perceive.
And what influences an experience?
Perception, But then the question that you got to ask is, what influenced your perception? And I believe the answer to that would be your environment, or the way you're brought up.
Or thoughts?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing though. If you grab someone who wasn't brought up by anybody and was just a regular human, right? And it was moving off its own thoughts and shit and responding to this world, um his experience would probably be way more different from others people's experience. I don't know. Oh yeah, with that being said, the one thing that everyone should know about experiences is that everyone is living a different experience.
That's facts.
And like I said before, you should definitely be considerate of others around you, because you want to be considerate of their experience. Terrorists and school shooters aren't considerate of other people's experience. Or someone who farts in the middle of the line, or someone who's talking very loud in the McDonald's, right? You're ruining other people's experience. You need to shut up. I'm sorry for that negativity, but you mean, you may make someone's day, because I can perceive the world from all different angles, right? Someone else can get mad that someone is yelling in McDonald's, but me, I may find it quite funny. That's really the power of experience. Changing your perspective so your experience can be beneficial to you.
Brody, I got a question for you, and for the viewers to think about as well.
So,
How do you feel about the anatomy of the space-time continuum? How you feel about the anatomy? No, seriously, no. How you feel about the anatomy of the space-time continuum?
feel the anatomy of the space-time continuum.
Yeah, what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts of the origins and the present anatomy of the space-time continuum?
So, damn, I can't even say the word.
Let it out.
Atomine. Promethazine.
No,
God damn it. That word means like the structure, not the structure, but like, the origin, like where it came from.
no.
Like,
You're
or
right.
how
The
it's,
structure.
or like how it's built.
Yep.
Well, the universe is definitely strange for sure, right? So here's just how I can explain it, right? With someone of my level of consciousness and ways of thinking. So only way I can understand the universe outside of me, right? The world outside of me, is how much can I understand within me? You feel me? And I feel like that's the question that everyone needs to ask themselves, right? And honestly, you may ask yourself like, a universe within me, like that doesn't even make sense, right? There's a little light in your brain, okay, that scientists and doctors see, right? And they refuse to call it the soul, right? But I call it the soul though. They have no idea what it is, right? But with that being said, right, you have a light within you, okay? And before you can understand the universe outside of you, you gotta understand the one within you. Once you understand yourself and go within and not find yourself, but the right word will be lose yourself. If you just
Talking that shit.
if you just
Keep
lose
going.
yourself in that sauce, you feel me, while you meditating, right? And you really forget who you are, right? And the way of forgetting who you are is, first off, realizing the vibration around you. You need to learn that the words that you speak and say has no meaning to it at all. And so once you start realizing that the labels that you put on yourself, or you classify yourself as, or the ideal self of who you are, once you realize all that shit is fake and bullshit, then you can really understand the universe around you. And that's when you understand that you are the universe. So it's really understanding yourself to be able to understand the universe. And a lot of scientists, their understanding of the universe will be measuring particles, or measuring light speed shit, you know what I'm saying, or distance from this universe and that universe, or not distances from that galaxy and that galaxy. You know what I'm saying? And they will measure out the whole galaxy, and they will keep on putting numbers on it. And some people say this shit will be infinity. Some people say that it's multiple time lapses of us, multiple reincarnations of us everywhere in all different type of dimensions or whatever. But the truth is that everything lays within inside of you, and you have the control to do anything that you want. Your free will is in the power of your mind. And once you understand yourself and understand your true power, you will grasp a good understanding on the universe, and you will become a powerful individual and a powerful force to not to be reckoned with, honestly, because shit gets dangerous. You feel me? Like, sometimes I don't know if I even want to get into that shit, but it gets deep, right? So the video I showed yesterday, right? You got to watch the podcast yesterday to be able to know what I'm talking about. But there's a video of this kid on salvia, and he killed himself. Right? And the note that he left was, "The world is pointless, wooty woot woot woot, and there's nothing to live for," and shit, right? He had the right understanding of it, and yes, it was very depressing, right? But with that understanding, right, if you keep on thinking for a second and not shoot yourself down right in the middle of analyzing something, you will realize that the bright side to it is that it's all in your hand. You feel me? It's all in your control. Your pointless is meaningless. Not your pointless is meaningless. Your existence is meaningless probably because you take in meaningless bullshit through an everyday basis. Your pointless is meaningless because you know you're doing something meaningless as fuck. You know you're working for someone you don't want to work for. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, right, once you understand that, you got to come up with the conclusion of knowing that you are in control of everything, and you must save yourself. It's no time to pray. There isn't. There's only time to do now. What's happening now, right? This all happens now, right? And don't sit too much in your grief. You're never gonna find yourself. You're never gonna fuck yourself, but you're never gonna be able to go within.
Wait, what?
fuck about what I'm talking about finding yourself. You're not gonna be able to go within if you're not moving on from your past, right? And that's majority of this generation, is that they stay in the past. They wake up and think about the past. The social media is literally the past. Social media, you post shit and it stays there for months, stays there for years. You feel me? So with that being said, gotta get out the past, my friend, because if you're too busy in the past, how the fuck you're gonna understand the future? Not understand the future, but understand the universe, right? Because there is no time in the universe, all right? And honestly, there is no time in real life, right? There's no such thing as morning and day, right? Like I said before, it's just the now and the happening. You feel me? How come day can't be night and night can't be day? You know what I mean? And before you actually get your panties up in a bunch and actually try to answer that with a logical fucking answer, you need to stop being so serious. Because at the end of the day, it's all about perception, and what I want to perceive. You feel me? So if I perceive that the grass is blue, then the grass is blue, and that's truly blue in my eyes.
Well, I mean, you can call the thing that you're looking at blue, but I mean, it'd still be. I know what you mean now.
Yeah. Well, it's concept at that point, right?
Yeah.
It's your concept of what blue is. You can say the grass is green and can really be green, but my blue can mean green, but I'm calling it blue. You know what I mean?
Oh God, yeah.
So
call that shit Lamborghini if you want to.
Oh God. So even with that being said, right? So now we're getting into the point of realizing that words have no meaning, right? And once you realize that fact, right, and get the labels all off of you, right, and you really become nothing, right, then you can understand your universe, and you can become one with your universe. And and that is the answer to your question. And if anyone forgot what the question was, can you please repeat the question, E?
How do you feel about the origins and the anatomy of the space-time continuum? You kind of left out the origins part though.
The
You
what?
explained the anatomy. You explained the anatomy part, but you didn't leave out the
Oh,
origins.
so this kind of leads into nothing is something and something is nothing. Was nothing when this universe wasn't here, and it was nothing. It was something. Really, I think nothing can just be perceived as another form of something. So when we were nothing, right? And when I say we, I mean I, as in all of us. So
Elaborate what you mean by that, because a lot of people that's gonna fly over their head.
I, as in well, there's only one way that I feel like I can explain it, is just telling people that we're all one. One is our collective consciousness, our similarities in the afterlife, and also in the physical life that we live in. We're very identical, pattern like, brain like, energy like. You feel me? Yeah, there's small differences about us within those there's small differences about us within those similarities. And yes, I am aware of that. But at the end of the day, we're all made up out the same matter, right? We're all made up out the same matter. So with that being said, my conclusion is that we're all one. And when I say me, when I say I don't want anyone to get confused and think I'm talking about me. I'm really talking about all of us. All right? So when I was nothing, I was something. I feel like us, I feel like I just manifested everything in my own reality. And yes, it's my reality. Same thing as it's Ethan's reality, Rambo's reality.
Yo, the government man, the government man. No, you're good.
You know what I'm saying? But your parents' reality, like everyone controls their own reality, but we also are the same. And you have the power, right? This is the crazy part too, right? So you can really understand this. You have the manifested power to be able to separate from someone else's reality, right? Just how you can get entangled in someone else's reality, right? So I don't want to hear that bullshit, right? Try to talk to me talking about, oh, how are you guys all one but live different realities? Because you can live the same reality as someone else, right? For all the people who are sheep and
Hey, now. Come on, let's just treat him with some respect.
you're right.
We
For all
gotta
the
be ignorant.
followers out there who follow other people, you are living in someone else's reality. All right. Yeah, you're not a robber, but if you hang out in a car full of fucking robbers and it's time to go rob someone, you know, in it or not in it, you're going to be part of that reality. You're going to be part of that robbery. You feel me? So, for that being said, you can definitely control your reality and like I said before, and what you engage yourself into, and and how to degauge yourself from people, separate from people. But with that being said, yeah, that's where I think the origins came from. Came from self, came from I. You are everything. We are everything. Really, yeah, we are everything. I am everything. I play my reality. I choose to intervene with other manifested divine energies of me, aka different versions of me. we're all one. We all are the same in all little different ways. And people will go the farthest to try to be unique, try to be different, and they will get insulted with corny or cringy, right? But maybe just stop trying to be unique, and maybe just stop trying to insult somebody from not being the same as you in their little ways, and just try to accept everyone for who they are, because that's the best way to live, for real. All right, we can when end it for now. I was gonna go on to like trannies and shit, and because I was about to say accepting for everyone who they are, and so that kind of led me into like, all right, we can start talking about like
I see that.
the
I see that.
LGQTBQTQRTCCC5 community. That's their name, right?
Oh yeah, the elemental P community.
That was very homophobic.
What, the elemental P community?
You're
Shout out my
offending
nigga,
me.
shout out my nigga Dave Chappelle, man.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't really want to get into trainings too much, but except if you're the type of person who hate on people just because they doing them, you're a weird ass nigga. You gotta focus. You gotta stay focused to yourself. Like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares if she's just a fat bitch and end up gonna have a heart attack at 20 years old? Like, let that be. You know what I'm saying? Who cares if they're doing protests in the middle of the street and swinging their dicks around the street? You know what I'm saying?
I care. I'm with my 3-year-old son. I'm with my 3-year-old son. I care.
Why are you in the middle of the street with your 3-year-old son? You need to stay your ass home and let the Matrix take its place.
He said, "Smokes, people got kids, yo." He said, "I don't care if people out the street swinging their dicks." People got kids, yo. People got kids.
I think the LGBTQTLRTC567 community should definitely be more considerate of their innocent bystanders. Cause I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I definitely don't want to come outside and see some bullshit, right? And a lot of that shit is happening in New York. You go to New York, you're gonna see a whole lot of tranny shit.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen one. I'm not gonna lie. I just said that. I was probably like 8 years old. Shit was scary as shit. That shit was scary as shit.
I don't think you can say that. I don't think you can call them scary.
And no, I was scared. I was scared.
He's homophobic.
It was bro. I was like 8 years old. I don't know where I was at, but it was fucking tall ass man with a wig on and dress.
So you never see a man with titties before?
It wasn't even just. It was just that shit. That shit was. Yeah, I didn't want to be near that. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was weird. I was too young for that. I'm not gonna lie. Way too young.
Yeah. You know what? Damn. We should do one day on podcasts where we go on YouTube and as a kid's account and see what pops up on our For You page. Because I 100%.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that'd be valid just to see what the algorithm be doing. They think you're like an 8-year-old on YouTube. See what type of shit they be putting in front of your face type shit.
Yeah, but I think we should end the podcast off here.
You know, with some words of wisdom.
Well, first, before I say my words of wisdom, you barely said anything. So
yeah, man. See, this is the thing about Rambo, about E, a man that goes by many names. Me personally, I like to listen probably 10 times more than I speak. You feel me? You learn from speaking. No, you learn from listening, and you teach from speaking. I like to listen. I'm a listener. I definitely got to share my opinions and thoughts.
Don't let him fool you. He is a full-time teacher.
Yeah, I'm a full-time teacher. Feel me? It's nice. You feel me? Now, what was you about to say though?
Some words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom. Shoot, Smokes.
Money comes and money goes, but I remain